What's poppin' YouTube? What's poppin' Milwaukee? What's poppin' sneakerheads? I was gonna do a review today, but let's get into it. We're gonna share our opinions on this tragedy that took place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin yesterday. Mass shooting at Miller. Ladies first, so you can get on into it.
Well, hello, YouTube. So yesterday was a very sad day, I think, for a lot of people in the city of Milwaukee. Miller's been around for lots and lots of years. I think everybody that I know has had a family member that's worked at Miller, so it hits home a little bit harder. I think it's a very sad thing that happened. 6 people lost their lives yesterday. 5 people were shot, and then the gunman turned the gun on himself, allegedly. It's a very, very tragic situation.
I guess we could start by getting into the company and things that the company can do better. I want to start by saying open door policy, and this is important. I am a certified welder. I work in a lot of shops, and I've been in shops where they didn't have open door policy. And if you go complain on a supervisor, you complain on anybody in the shop, there's other supervisors that can, walk you out the door. And it shouldn't be that way. Employees should be able to go to HR and discuss anything with HR. They should be able to tell their supervisor anything without, suffering consequences. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened at Miller, but period, in these companies, there should be more of an open door policy going on. As far as him being fired, someone who put in 25 to 30 years of their life into a company, there should be more of a thorough investigation going on. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they did do a thorough investigation or not, but putting in 35 years, 25 years, whatever it was, and then, you lose your job over whatever it was, that could be heartbreaking, devastating. People lose their homes, their families break up because of this type of stuff. So, as far as the company, I think there needs to be more open door policies going on. What do you think about the companies, what they can do better?
Yeah, I definitely think that there needs to be more open lines of communication with companies, and not having retaliation, I think, is a lot of times what people fear. Because if I go to a supervisor in a particular company, then I sometimes have to be afraid of, if I go to a supervisor that's above the person that's directly above me, then how are they going to then treat me going forward, is one of the issues I think that there is in a lot of places. And then the second thing is, like, you have things that go on at home. Everybody has everyday lives, everyday things that are happening. And when you constantly have those things that are happening and you think that your job is going to be your place of, like, respite, or your place of relaxation, to get away from some of your everyday problems, and then you're having issues there as well, I think that causes more of a rift for people as well. And that there needs to be more options for people to be able to talk and find resources to be able to express themselves a little bit more freely.
Yeah, I think most of these bigger corporations, companies period, should have some type of alternative office, you would say, where they can go talk to somebody. If there's complaints or something, there should be someone else that, everyone can go to, talk over the issue that the employees are having at work before you even go to upper head or to the stage of being fired. There should be some type of alternative for that. Because a lot of times, people can get fired off of just, likes. Somebody like the person more than the other person, and, the person that they like the most is complaining on the person that, they don't favor as much. And people take sides in companies, and it's not right. Not saying that's what happened, but, these are some of the things that I dealt with in companies, and a lot of other people deal with in companies, and then sometimes you can lose your job and you really haven't done anything. It's jealousy. It's a lot of race issues that go on in companies, especially in the shop. And I don't want to say that's what went on, because we don't know for sure what went on. But I think there should be some type of alternative office in every company where employees can go and talk to somebody about the issues that they're having at work.
And understanding their options too.
Right. And then we can move on into, I want to move on into preventatives. One of my preventative measures I would take is we need to arm more citizens that's able to be armed. A lot of the people who already have CCW should be able to carry at work. Maybe not on their person, but they should be able to have them locked away in a locker somewhere for emergency situations like this. If a company don't want to invest in more money and to have armed security around the company, then for sure good citizens should be able to carry firearms at work, especially if they have a permit. And this is some of the issues that we'll touch on more in depth on Kicks and Guns. So, you know, definitely check out that series. I have a lot of nice interviews coming up with people and their opinions on that. And it's both sides of the board. You have people who hate guns and you have people who love firearms. So I want to get opinions from both, because on our channel, every opinion matters. What's some of the preventatives you think that could?
So I definitely think the having therapists readily available, so maybe in the workplace or having contact with somebody to be able to talk through a lot of the problems. I think that we kind of talked about it before, is, you know, when somebody's worked for a company for 20 plus years, then you start to worry about, am I going to get a pension from this company? How am I going to live the rest of my life once I decide I want to retire? Right. And so maybe having options for employees that if something does happen after you've been with the company for that long, that you're still going to be able to receive some sort of retirement, because you spent more than half of your life with the company, and you don't want to leave that company and then say, right, how am I going to maintain my household, my family? Like, you want to be able to feel secure in that as well. Yeah,
I could agree with that one. That's actually probably one of the best solutions. Companies, they have to have some type of plan and policy in place to where if a guy put 25 to 30 years of his life into your company, and then he end up in a situation to where he gets fired, he should still receive a pension. So maybe that's some things that we can discuss here on our channel. Just drop a like, drop a comment, hit the subscribe button. Let us know what you think as far as preventatives and alternative situations and measurements that we can take to stop this senseless crimes that's happening. Because mass shootings and stuff like this is not just here in Milwaukee, it's not just in Vegas. It'll continue to be everywhere in the United States until everyone come together and really, find a solution. As far as violence like that in the workplace, you have to have better policies. Open door policies should be at every company. Every company should have an open door policy, and everyone should be treated equal, no matter the skin color or the education level or the age or anything like that. Everybody should be treated equal, and that's what we're here to do on my channel. Everybody has an opinion, and everybody will be respected and treated equal here on my channel, Milwaukee Got Kicks 2. So anything else you want to leave with the people?
No, just keep on the lookout for more,
Yeah, and be aware, man, of your surroundings. Be vigilant. Yeah. Can't stress that enough. You have to be vigilant. You have to be aware of your surroundings, man. You have to pay attention to what's going on around you.
Always have a plan.
Always have a plan. And companies should make it mandatory to do trainings in situations like this. I don't know if Miller did or not. 5 people lost their life. I wouldn't include the shooter, because the shooter doesn't get respect from me just because it was a cowardly move. No matter what happened to him, he lost his life. That's it for today. Sorry I couldn't hit y'all with a shoe review. I think this topic is a little more serious than shoe reviews. I got all year, all day for that. This is my woman.
What's up, Jim Shoes?
This is Miss Jim Shoes. Yeah, I guess we're going to get up out of here, man. One moment of silence for our city. All right, you know the slogan. Stay fresh, stay fly, and stay humble. We out.